Remember when the big German sedans, the 7 Series, the S-Class and the A8 meant tech, super tech, really cool stuff, but was all about comfort or speed or big engines and showing everyone just how much money you've got? It all kind of went away after the GFC when that became a bit vulgar and a bit rude. And then along came Tesla and started taking away all the technology headlines with autonomous driving, or at least claims of autonomous driving. Well, now it's time for the Germans to fight back. This is the new Audi A8. The A8 is a classic German limo rolled into a new package. The new car is chock full of new gadgets and technology, and new autonomous technology that Audi calls Audi Intelligence, or AI for short. Obviously, we're supposed to make the link with artificial intelligence. In Australia, we're going to get 2 engines at its mid-2018 launch. They're both 3-litre turbocharged V6s, 1 petrol, 1 diesel. As ever, the A8 is all-wheel drive with an 8-speed ZF transmission. Both will push the A8 past 100 kilometres an hour in less than 6 seconds. As you might expect, this is an incredibly smooth car. It rides on air suspension, some of them have active suspension. Doesn't look like we're going to get that in Australia, at least initially. The engines are very calm and torquey. It's a really relaxed driving experience, which means, of course, that it's going to be a relaxed passenger experience, and I can tell you that it is. I've spent a lot of time in the back while other people drove, and it is really comfortable, calm, cool, collected. The A8 introduces a number of new features. While air suspension is already familiar to the brand, the new active suspension isn't. It can raise the car as you pull the door handle, keep the car flat in cornering, read the road ahead, preparing the car for potholes and manholes, and then glide straight over them. It can also lift the car in a side impact to make sure the sills get more of the force of the crash, reducing the loads on passengers and weaker parts of the car. You can also specify 4-wheel steering, which reduces the turning circle to just 11 metres. You can get laser headlights that throw a 600-metre beam and OLED tail lights with funky animations on startup. Audi has thrown everything at the interior with a new MMI media system that ditches the rotary dial and replaces it with a touchscreen that produces haptic feedback like a phone. Even the scratch pad is on the screen. These 2 screens work beautifully together. There are some cars that have 2 screens and they're completely different hardware and they look terrible, but these things work really beautifully together. And now the stuff we've all been waiting for, Level 3 autonomy. It isn't perhaps super exciting, and we won't get it until the legislation catches up, but for city drivers, it's going to be a game changer. When you're in traffic on a road with a physical barrier, the car can take over all of the driving up to 60 kilometres an hour. This is great in traffic jams and annoying traffic situations. It's part of the building blocks of working towards higher capability self-driving cars, and Audi says it's the first series production car to feature Level 3 autonomy. But what's really important about this car and other cars like it is that it's that technology showcase stuff that really gets people excited, because it's not actually about the A8. The new A8 is all about the man or the woman about town, either being driven or driving themselves in style and insulated comfort. It's also a terrific opportunity for Audi to introduce its artificial intelligence platform to people who can afford it and start its trickling down the range to cars you and I can afford. It does both things remarkably well without being intimidating or too techno-dweeby.